This is Streetbeefs, Scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all, we flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Streetbeefs, Scrapyard. We ain't gotta act hard. Sasquatch back, y'all, we flipping like a flashcard. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part. Guns down, gloves up, or shut up. That part.
Man, I'm loving that intro.
That was
Welcome to Scraptalk Season 2. I'm your host, Firechicken, and I'm here with
LB3, Team Pishoto. What's happening?
Viking Warrior, what's good?
I think you're muted, Crazy Legs.
There you go. There you go. My good. Crazy Legs.
Yeah.
Crazy
There
Legs.
you go.
What's
All
up,
right.
Solo?
How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man.
We're doing good.
Blessed.
Just coming off of an event last weekend. Seen everybody there. We did a little promo video. Pretty good event overall. Lots of quick finishes. Nobody got seriously messed up. That's good. But one thing I did want to talk about, actually I'll talk about that at the end, and then I'll probably just go into that, okay? But first up, February 24th. Actually, no, we'll talk about that right now, and then you can just go right into it if you want, Viking. But we did it was supposed to be a 15-round Shark Tank for you, and it ended up being a 17-round Shark Tank because we didn't count.
Hey, that was even better though.
Well, I counted 15. I counted 15, and then some other dudes must have just like
popping up,
right? So it was like a free-for-all party, man. Anybody wanted to get in with Viking, they did.
Just jumping in line.
And we want to let everybody know that nobody was picked. It was all random, you know. Everybody had an opportunity to jump in whenever they wanted, you know. It wasn't in any order or anything, you know.
Nope. We said everybody that wants to fight Viking Warrior, get in a line outside the cage, and we just had people lining up. And then when we thought we had enough, or when we thought we almost had enough, we said we need a couple more. We need a couple more. Then we had Arm & Hammer jump in there. We had Solo jump in there. It was epic.
I thought it was pretty cool to see Armin get in there, though, right? Because we haven't seen Armin in a while, and you know, to get him in there with Viking, it was pretty exciting to me. I thought that was a pivotal moment for me to be a part of.
Yeah, I had a good time. That was fun.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
I said I just put the video out today. If you guys all want to check it out, it's on Streetbeefs Scrapyard. But man, what I was editing it, and I noticed that one dude, man, he was going after you hard. That corn-fed,
yeah, he was all nothing about it.
I like that though. I needed that.
I asked Viking in the tent. I said, "Who you think?" And Viking told me. He said, "Do it to Mullet." That was corn-fed. That dude was going hard, dude.
Yeah, I liked it though.
Yeah,
it was
19
fun.
years old from Eastern Washington. Yeah, he had a pretty good fight himself too. I don't know if I don't think I've edited that one next or yet, but I'd like to see that guy go up against El Matador. I think those two would be a really good fight.
Yeah,
right.
That'd be a good fight.
Well, too, you know, I mean, look at Viking. I got to also bring this up, man, because you having that, 17 rounds, getting your feet wet again, taking some time off. I know you still train and stuff. You got the kids. You're still active with them. But, at the end of the day, seeing you get in there like that, and then actually people probably don't know it, but if you watch the fight, you'll see Viking gained a little weight. He's a bigger guy right now. So I don't know where you're going. Are we trying to move up or go down in weight?
I'm going down. I had to get bigger to get you know what I'm saying? I get a little stronger.
Yeah. But you still had the cardio, so that was pretty impressive for gaining weight and having that cardio, bro.
Yeah, it was more of my mental. It was like I'm in there. Just keep going until everybody tell me to stop. Motherfucker, that's my mind frame. Just go until motherfuckers tell me to stop.
Yeah.
I'm going.
That's what's up.
Any fights? Any other fights to you guys that really stuck out?
We have that Russian guy.
Well, you know, Crazy Legs had to do his study for this portion. You know, he's the fight recap guy for us this week. So
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna pick 3, but only got 2. So going with the corn-fed guy, that corn-fed versus Panther, I believe. Like that was a good fight. It was done well. Like they both were trying to get knocked out, but corn-fed for sure. He came victorious. And the other one that I picked was, I don't know their names, but it was that Russian guy who wasn't speaking English.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to look up his waiver.
It was hard to say his name.
Yeah. But like the fact that like he wasn't speaking English, and like the moment you guys said he was Russian, I was like he was gonna bring some heat. And like he looked like a dude that like used to train, but like hasn't trained for a while. But he knew what he was doing. Like the shot that he took at the end that ended up leading to the choke, that was kind of iffy. But other than that, like that was a good ass fight.
I'm gonna try to pronounce his name so we can make sure we got him because you did bring it up. His name is Emelianov. Maxim,
yeah.
Maxim. So Emelianov Maxim.
So I believe that's the next fight. That's the next fight I'm going to edit. I did already edit the corn-fed fight, and that's against Thunder. But that one will be out either tomorrow or the day after. But the next one that I'm going to edit, which is in my editor now, is going to be the one we're talking about now. Yeah, he had to have translators because he didn't like.
I mean, he understood enough. He understood. He punched the other guy and stopped when the ref said stop.
Like, I think he's seen enough of our videos that he knew what to do. But I remember talking to him, trying to get an idea of where to put him on skill-wise. And I kept saying amateur, and him and his translators didn't really know English very well either.
Yeah.
So they were like, amateur. And he goes, oh, no pro, amateur. And he says, yeah, amateur. I was like, okay, we're good. So,
yeah, I feel like it was a really even fight. Like it was a pretty close fight. It was just like the shot that he took leaded to a really bad choke that he was able to get out of, and he ended up snoring. Like it happens. Yeah.
I think the only person,
it did seem like he had some previous training, or like you could tell he had some fight
wrestling.
Yeah.
Like he was moving like he knew what he was doing mostly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a fight where there was a kid that he had like a gash in his head. There were 2 young kids.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cheat on.
Yeah, he came up from Portland, and I was talking with him and his bro. They didn't want initially at first. I think we were putting them together, and we didn't know they were together. So then he didn't want that fight. So then he got a separate fight. But I felt bad that he couldn't continue because you could just see the determination and the hunger that kid had when it came to like he wanted to go. He did not want to stop. Blood coming out and everything. He was hungry.
Yeah. I think the only 2 people we've ever he's one of the only people that's ever been actually put to sleep at the Scrapyard from a choke. The other one was Jay Gotham against Rope Pusher.
Wake him up. Yeah.
Jay.
He was snoring.
Oh.
Yep.
God damn. That shit was loud.
That's a piece, Jay Ghana, baby. Got to shout him out real quick.
All right, PJ got him. We got to do our get together in July. Again,
we got some cool ideas for that too. So
right on.
I'm pretty excited about the July event. So
I don't know what the date. Oh, the date of July is going to be July 20th. So that's our 4-year anniversary. Also, do you want to talk a little bit about let's wait till we get closer to that. I don't want to get too much into that, Len, because
it's too early.
Well, why don't you continue with what's new in the yard though? Because that was
okay.
your piece. What outside of the outside the Shark Tank, what else we got going on?
So we're going to be implementing a Masters division. I'm doing this because there's some older fighters that want to get in there, possibly win a title, but they don't want to be fighting guys like in their early 20s and stuff. So I've got a couple fighters that are interested in like the 205 boxing, and it's Black Panther and Chongo. I think would be a really good really good 205 Masters division fight. But yeah,
why don't you explain Masters? What do you mean by that?
Over 40.
Oh, okay.
You're over 40, you can fight for a Masters division title. So it's there for people that want it, you know, just like our belts are there for people that want to challenge themselves. You got to be willing to fight anybody though if you're going to fight for a title. I tell people, like, if don't go out there and expect to fight a level 3. Expect to fight exactly like right below at the screen, Terrifier. I mean, if you're going to sign up to do a title fight, you got to know, like, I'm going to be fighting maybe this guy, you know, and he might be I might be fighting like Viking Warrior. You know, you got to picture the best opponent you can picture when you want to go for a title. So I'm not trying to push titles out anymore. I don't really think we need to do that. But if someone's interested in it, I'll look at the record. I'll look at, you know, all that, their consistency, and I'll decide if I want to do that or not. But yeah. Also, let's see. Pit Viper commercial. So this is just a sponsor that I hit up today, and it was kind of crazy. I made a fun little promo video. I'll post it here for you guys to check out. And it was honestly just really fun to make. And the way that they take sponsorships is you have to put it on a VHS tape and send it to them in the mail. And it's their way of like filtering out people that, you know, are just kind of half-ass wanting to be sponsored. But I don't even know what it would entail. I just really obviously, like, I always wear Pit Vipers and I like their products. So it was something that I put out there. But I mean, hell, if they end up sponsoring, maybe they'll send us a big crate of Pit Vipers and I can just pass them out to everybody. I don't know.
You never know. Might get some more medals.
Yeah.
Right.
So next up is I want to talk about we got a couple fighters that are training at the Benavidez gym right now. We got Gabe, we got the Real Lion, and they're taking advantage of an opportunity that we put out there. Basically, they're devoting a lot of their time and effort showing up 3, 4, 5 times a week to train, and they're actively seeking professional level. They're wanting to go like as far as they can go. And so we are working with the Benavidez gym up in Burien.
And you know what? I don't want to cut you off, but I did want to do something that I think is very important. About what would you say, Viking? That was maybe 2 years ago. Viking took me to the Benavidez gym. At that time, Viking was sparring, and you know, I didn't know them. I didn't even think to reach out, but you know, because I'm not one of those bandwagon type of people. But at the end of the day, they're in my neighborhood. They're right down the street. And I wanted to just say, Viking, I appreciate you taking me there and giving me that experience, because that was my first experience at that type of gym. Seeing what you did for that day, again, was another piece of what is it's just a testimony to what you were doing in your road to where you're headed. And so I just wanted to say that, because if it wasn't for Viking leading me in that direction, so actually Viking is the true takeoff to how Benavidez and Scrapyard got connected, because if it wasn't for him, you know, I wouldn't have got that connection. But and also too, when you have brought up the Gabe Seppis. Gabe Seppis fought at the Yard. I want to say it was August or September, and his fight name is The Future.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
he fought the Equalizer, I believe.
Right. 20 years old, working hard, sparring in the gym with the Benavidez team, and he's looking really great. I mean, that kid's been sharpening his pencil, and it's showing. And so I've recently heard that they're going to start having him train with some of the more high level and sparring with some of the higher level amateurs that are already kind of at that cusp of entering into that pro set. And the vision that they have for a fighter to go into pro is amazing to me. I haven't seen it before. Of course, me being a part of Bumblebee boxing and younger Emerald City boxing, and it was totally different type of structure. And now seeing them go this route and how they want to aim guys going pro, it's pretty dope to see him do that. And Real Lion the same way. Real Lion is not really considered a heavyweight, but he is because of where he's at right now in his weight. And they want him to bang with the big boys now, with the pros. And so I think he has a huge opportunity. Both of them guys coming out of the yard have a huge opportunity with where they're going with the pro stuff with Benavidez. So just wanted to
you want to maybe explain like just really quick, kind of a little bit about Benavidez and so people are aware of like how big of a deal this is training with these guys.
Well, yeah, because I mean, not only are they producing champions, but what I've noticed about really being a part of what they're doing is they have a multitude of coaches that come in, and from what I found, are specialized in different things. One is better at mitts than the other one's better at defense or footwork, and they really kind of work together. And it's really cool to see that type of atmosphere. I've been a part of gyms where I've got two coaches and they're kind of bumping heads. These guys don't do that. These guys are working together, and the atmosphere of going in with you don't know anyone, but they all act like they know you, and it's pretty cool.
I went up one time, and it was really, really cool how welcoming these people were. I mean, just every single person, didn't matter who they were that came through the door, shook your hand. I mean, just super respectful, just really cared about every individual person in there. Seemed like a really positive environment.
You know, and they are, and they're very family orientated, I would say, because it's kind of like they draw you in and you really become family, but you're drawn in by the family atmosphere. And one of the first things that when I first went in and I tried to get them to remember who I was when Viking brought me in, the first thing that Brito and Puncho said was, "Oh yeah, that's Thomas Turner, the guy with the kid that boxes." And he's like, and I'm like, yeah. And he was telling me about King, and I'm like, you know, if you don't know Viking's son, the kid's he's an athlete, and they knew it. And I'm like, yeah, man. So just to have that piece to fall and to have in common with them and say, all right, yeah, I know that kid too. That's my bro, and that's who I was talking about that brought me in. And you know. Always a pleasure going into the gym because the atmosphere is great.
Crazy. Is there somebody you'd like to shout out there? Your cat?
Oh, shout out to my cat Lua. Like, she's always the best, you know.
Yeah.
She's but I'll keep on going. Don't let me distract you.
Okay.
You're good. I don't want to get into that. I want to save a little bit for when David gets on or when Jose gets on.
I want to bring up also, you know, like springtime's going to be getting here, and then summer. I really want to focus on doing as many get-togethers and barbecues and whatever, just as much.
We need to plan a night event.
That is
like, even if it's on like 5-6 fights, like,
dude, even if it's like 3 fights, like, I don't care. We got to do it. We did a night fight one time. It was Buddy V versus Isaiah.
It's cold as hell. We do it during the summer.
Yeah, I got the camera set up now to where I can actually do it, and it's not going to look like total ass. I'm really picky on that kind of stuff, but yeah, it would definitely be a different feel out there. That was actually when Fair Play was out. But shit, man, we were talking the other day with somebody about doing like a pay-per-view event, like where we put a projector out, maybe like put it on like on the shipping container and watch like a BKFC event or something like that, and spar in the cage and just whatever. Like, yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be. It was cool.
Events for the summer.
You guys got to get on me though, because I mean, yeah. Next
busybody.
Yeah. Next event is March 23rd. Mark your calendars. Followed up by our 420 event. That's going to be obviously April 20th. I think that we should do something special for that event. I don't know what it is yet, but might be fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. You know, is there anything that you guys want to talk about that's up and coming or you know, news related? I wrote down as much as I could, but I started doing it like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, we didn't get to go around and finish everybody's highlight for this event. You know what I'm saying? My highlight I think would have to be, I don't want to be biased, but it would got to be that heavyweight one match
The first
that
fight?
I ref. That was a good one, man.
Oh.
Yeah, with the dude that kicked him with the front leg kick. That was awesome.
Yeah.
The big dude.
Dude, I think all these guys came from Eastern Washington. They came over as a group, maybe.
Oh, really?
But, yeah. I encourage people to like make these little groups and come up or over or whatever. I think it's fun. They got that one down in the Backyard Bastards. It's down in like Vancouver. It's like Ninja Steve and Chongo and those guys. You know, they'll just jump in a car together and like 5 of them will head up, you know.
Saves gas, that's for sure.
Saves gas, yeah. I'm concerned with the parking. Saves on parking too.
Facts.
Okay, so Steve, what was your favorite fight?
Geez.
Can't pick one that was already picked. Can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't
I know.
do
That's why you guys got me fucked up here because I'm having to think of something else. Good thing is I got all the fights right in front of me and I could see which ones. Let's see here. Ooh, I'm going to talk about a fighter. How about a fighter? I want to mention a fighter that I saw fight. It was his first time fighting at the Scrapyard. And I was really, really impressed with this guy. And my buddy Top Knocker brought him out. And guy's name was Ice Water.
Ice Water.
Oh,
yeah, I was impressed with him too.
Was that the guy who fought Instant Nightmare?
No, he fought what's his name?
He fought Sandman and he fought Serpent.
Kal-El. He fought Kal-El.
Yeah. No. Clinician.
Kalia.
Well, he changed his name to the Clinician, but it was Kal-El. Yeah. And he fought twice actually.
He fought Sandman first, and then he fought Clinicians second. That was his second fight.
You know what?
The fight with him and Clinician was amazing.
Sandman's he's pretty decent. I've seen him do a few fights in the Scrapyard, and the one time that he did lose prior to this was due to cardio, but technique-wise, he was pretty good. But Ice Water, just different level. Yeah. And then the Clinician, that was actually kind of a close fight. He did get an 8 count on Ice Water, but Ice Water had already, I think he got an 8 count on. Do you have a sword?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I have a bunch of swords, Steve.
Oh, geez.
That's the one next to me.
Anyway,
let's go.
So this is what we're doing now, huh?
Yep.
Hey, man. I got one too, but it's way in the other room.
Bring that shit out. Go get it.
Oh, jeez.
Don't make me. We're showing blades now.
Wait,
right, I got the condition in one.
I'll show you a goddamn blade.
Okay.
I got the bamboo.
Oh, guys.
My dog chewed it up, but I got the bamboo katana.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
This is how I be whooping my kids with. Now this is how I get them conditioned. That's how I get my kids conditioned.
Scrapyard knife fights. That's what we're doing. Not night fights. Night fights. Night fights. There we go.
I need to clean the fuck out of it, but yeah. I think I'm
anyway, Ice Water, yeah, super impressive. Can't wait to see him back. I think he's got a who'd we lose? We didn't lose anybody. I hope he keeps coming out and eventually like maybe go for a title, you know.
Yeah. Actually, that was the fight that I was going to talk about, was the two of them. You know, but it was also really cool though to you know, I thought it was really cool to see, like, again, just I think it was, I haven't seen him in a while. And, you know, I go back to when the leg kick happened to, what's his name? The one kid from Armin, but it was good to see Armin and Viking. I think that was, for me, was the most exciting piece of the whole day. was that
Armin?
Yeah, just not just Armin, but just the Shark Tank. The Shark Tank was fun.
You know,
Yeah, that
it
was.
was.
Bro.
And you know what? We can do it again. It doesn't have to be like a 18, 20 fight thing. It can be like, let's set up a 10-round Shark Tank with so-and-so, and we'll handpick, you know, like Solo, Crazy Legs. Like we'll put our most known people in there. Viking Warrior. I mean,
I was gonna do it, but I know Viking was throwing heat, so I'm like, I'm not trying to go home with a black eye, you know.
Yeah.
The other thing that you remember the fight that happened with the guy that fought Collywood, the big kaiju dude.
Kaiju. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go back to that fight. That fight. Now, Collywood has a lot of learning still to do, but he hits hard. And dude, that guy did not want to give up. He sprung up after he got knocked down. He like jackrabbited to his feet and was like, "I want to go."
Right?
It's over, bro. That was pretty cool to see too. So,
yep.
and you see, I mean, and the other thing was Lights Out fighting that kid that was probably 30, 40 pounds heavier than him, right? That Wadrian guy. Not a bad boxer, right? But always good to see Lights Out.
That boxer, he didn't really seem like a really decent boxer, in my opinion.
No.
Well, he hurt his hand.
It seemed like it was a decent fight because he wasn't a really good boxer, but he had the like weight advantage.
But it seems like Lights Out makes people look that way. I've seen him fight some really skilled dudes, and you're just like, bro.
Yeah, because skilled dudes, like they're used to fighting people who who also trains.
Yeah,
right.
There you go.
1-2 going straight. But Lights Out is a straight up scrapper.
Unorthodox.
Like he's always doing just wild ass shit, and a lot of people are used to handling that wild ass shit. So when they see that, they're like, "Oh shit, what I do?" But like if you just see it, if you just look at what he's doing, you understand. You just gotta read through that shit. Like he's a hard fighter for people who aren't used to that shit. But like people who come from the street who are used to people just throwing wild shit, like he's nothing.
Right.
Like, but yeah, that's why he's doing good, because he's fighting people who are used to fighting other people who are just doing who usually just fight. Who usually just
That shit out, boy. Spit it out. Cover it up.
He's used to fighting people who are just usually throwing ones and twos and shit.
Yeah,
just like throwing a bunch of random ass
turtles,
mills and shit like that. You know,
that's
why he had trouble fighting turtles, shit like that. Had trouble fighting me. People who are people come from the streets. People who are like used to fight on the street. People who are used to fighting people who don't know how to fight, but like they still know how to throw hands.
Yeah.
No, there's something to training. There's something to training with people that are really unorthodox. Mr. Fitness, Solo. I've trained with some of these guys before, and you would think like the more experience you have, you'd be able to deal with them pretty easily. But the thing is that they throw these like really weird punches.
Like they'll throw some really weird ass shit. Yeah. It's like, how'd that happen?
Okay, but real quick, before we move on to the next segment, since you brought up Mr. Fitness, Mr. Fitness has the wildest catalog I have ever seen. Someone that's personal, right?
It's a calendar.
A calendar. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, calendar. There was some photos.
He got his own fucking calendar of him wearing a whole bunch of different speedos.
You want me to go get it?
But he naked, a whole bunch of shit, man. This guy is fucking crazy, man. Hey, if you want one, holla at him, MrFitness.com or some shit on Facebook. Or
Len, our guest is here, Len. You want to introduce him?
Let's tap him in.
Let me put my pants on.
All right, Jose Benavidez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing, Mr. Benavidez?
I'm doing good, man. Super excited. I'm here in Miami, Florida, in our training camp for David Benavidez to face Alexander Boslik, I believe is his name. Super excited at 175, fighting for the WBC interim world title. So couldn't be happier, bro.
And when is that going to take place?
You know what? We'll have some updates pretty soon, in a day or two. to let you guys know the date and the place. But everything's ready to go.
Well, before we get going too far into you being on there, I want to say thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, inviting us in to be part of your family, and you a part of ours. If there's anything that we could do for you and in the gym, we just appreciate the opportunities you're doing for us. I just wanted to get that out before we got too far.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be here with you guys, and thank you to all the fans for the support. Super excited for our next fight.
Yeah. And real quick, I know I don't want to take too much of your time, but why don't you tell us a little bit about the gym, maybe where people can come to if they're interested in getting some of your training, any of that.
Yeah, we're based on Seattle, Washington, Buren, Washington, actually. We've been there for almost 4 years now. We have our gym there. But right now, we're in Miami. David's going to do his camp here in Miami, Florida, at the Boxers gym with Mateo. He's one of the owners there. And also, we're working with Jason, also a guy that we've been working for a while. So super excited about that.
Nice. Anything new coming up with Jose Jr.?
Yeah. Actually, he's fighting on I would say April. That's what we're shooting for. And also, if everything goes well, he'll be fighting on the card with David on the undercard.
Nice. And Diego has a fight coming up in April too, as well, right?
April 6th in Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm super excited about that fight.
Yeah.
Another good fight. Hopefully after that fight we could get Berlanga or hopefully Munguia. So he's making big steps, and that's what we're shooting for.
Anybody that's like a rising star for you that's coming out of the gym that we might not know or heard of?
Well, pretty much we have a lot of talent, a lot of kids. We just signed another guy. His name is Julio Porras from Mexico, Sonora, Mexico, 100% Mexican. We just fought in Oaxaca. Also, we have Federico Pacheco, heavyweight, the brother of Diego Pacheco, fought there also. I'm super excited about him. He's a super heavyweight, 19 years old. He works very well. Actually, he was sparring with Big Bang in New York, and I'm super excited about him also.
Nice. Well, on the show, David. Sorry, Jose. We have Firechicken, who is the founder and president, or the guru of what we do at our Scrapyard. And of course, Thomas Turner, a Viking warrior. He's the one that brought me out to the gym a couple years ago. And he got some sparring in with the guys back then. And then we have Crazy Legs. He's another one of our hosts on the show. Currently is the fighter of the year through a certain platform, I would say, right, under the Streetbeefs. So those are the guys that we're with, and I just wanted to make sure I introduced them to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's an honor.
Yeah. So David's got some things coming up. What about yourself? What do you got going on outside of just?
Like I said, man, I'm living the dream. I get to do something I love, and I go to sleep super excited to wake up and keep doing the same thing that I'm doing. We're just trying to help kids off the streets and Buren and motivate, with the guys that we have already boxing in a big level. Hopefully we can motivate kids in Washington pretty much, and that's the plan, to get more kids involved in sports. And we're doing a great job, thank God, and we're thankful for everybody in Washington. And that's the plan right now. Right now we're doing very well with the professionals, and we're just need to motivate the future of the kids.
Great. Also, just I want to mention, guys, if you guys don't know, Jose actually at the gym brings in high school students that have class time, and it's really cool, bro. And I wanted to say that I commend you for doing that work with those high school students, because there's so many kids out here that are misdirected, or they're in the streets and they just don't have an avenue, and you give them a good avenue. And I think that's an amazing thing with the high school students, because I work with high school kids too, and Viking does sometimes too with kids, working with them. But It's amazing. And I just wanted to say we really appreciate you doing that, because the kids are our future, especially in the fight community. You never know where you're going to get some talent, right?
For
Yep.
sure, yeah, it's a challenge, but at the end of the day, we've been doing it for a while now, so we're getting better and better. And I believe that I grew up in the streets, and I believe that if we can help, we can't change the world, but we can try, and motivate kids that they could do good. I grew up with our parents. I grew up in gangs and selling drugs and doing all that, and boxing changed my whole life. And I think it could do it for everybody, any kind of sport, not just boxing.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Wait, good. You guys got any questions for Jose, since we're on with Jose right now?
I wanted to say really quick, man, I'm super honored to, that you're gonna hang our banner in your gym, and that you're part of this, and that we met each other through Len. I just feel really blessed because of that. I was only out there one time. I do want to make it back up there more frequently, but I was really impressed with how everyone treats each other, and what you're doing with the high school kids. I think that's something that's really lacking in today's society, and that you're providing that, for the youth. So I just think that's like the best thing in the world, man.
Well, I think I should be the one to be thanking you guys for promoting wearing our clothes and promoting our brand. To be honest with you, for me it's an honor to be part of you guys also and work together with you guys. Man, unfortunately, man, I'm busy. I'm always out, but we do have our trainers back home and trying to do what they can, but. I've been a little bit busy. I wish I could spend more time, and I've been trying to go to your guys' shows, and it's a little bit impossible at this time. But pretty soon we'll be up there. But I'm the one that should be thanking you guys for all that promotion that you guys are giving us, and I want to return the favor and do the same to you guys. But we're there, man. So you guys can bring the banner there also. But I'm very happy and very thankful for the things that you guys have done for us.
Yeah, and speaking of promoting, Jose, we're going to have next month's event, and you'll see some of those fights coming soon. But at next month's event, we'll get an opportunity to see your banner in our yard, and we're going to have that.
It'll be an honor, brother. It'll be an honor,
Yes,
man.
sir.
To be honest, we're all over the place. I feel super proud with what we have created and worked so hard for so many years, man. It's been like about 27 years non-stopping, man, non-stop. And thank God, we're a little known, and we're gonna continue to work hard and keep motivating parents and kids and pretty much everybody.
All right,
Love it.
Viking, you got anything for Jose?
Is he
You're
muted?
muted. You're muted.
Yeah,
There he is.
I got it. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, I just want to say thank you for everything, man. I was honored when I was able to go over there and get some rounds with Diego, and I'm definitely wanting to go back. You know what I'm saying? Get some more rounds. Whenever I can, whenever the opportunity's there. And yeah, it was a good opportunity.
It's an honor, man. It's an honor to be there to help you guys and help everybody, to be honest. I think we can help each other and go to the next level together.
For sure. Yeah.
Crazy, you got anything for Jose Benavidez?
I gotta say, like, we haven't met before, but like I'm kind of sad that I missed the opportunity to meet you guys and go to your gym. But like I hope for sure to like get the opportunity to like train with you guys.
Yeah, no, for sure. My doors are open for everyone. We train from kids from 4 years old to 67 years old.
Yeah.
And we train guys that want to fight, that don't want to fight, that they just want to stay in condition, or they want to learn just the fundamentals of boxing. Our gym is for everybody. Our gym is a family boxing gym, and it's for everybody that wants to be part of our family.
And you do fitness stuff too, don't you? You do like
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what a lot of people just go there for the environment, the fitness, and do some cardio. Some people are injured and they just go there for kind of like rehab, and try to little by little feel a little bit better. And so it's for everybody, man. And we'll try to help on whatever we can, to start little by little.
Right. Now it's always good to talk about the big guys, the pros and the stars of what you got in your camp. But why don't you tell me a little bit? I know you might know that Brito has a kid and a couple other fighters that are fighting on March 9th. Do you
Yeah,
know
we have a
who those
good
guys are?
show. We got a good show on March 9. We have pretty much like about, I would say like about 3 or 4 kids fighting on that card. We're super excited. Britos is one of them. What's the name? Dados. We call him Dados. He's fighting there also. Who else is fighting there? I know somebody else is fighting there. So many fights I got, you
Yeah, I
know.
think you got like three or four guys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we got like about Junior Tovar, I think it's also in that card. We're super excited, man, to fight there. And man, you know, we have, like I said, we have amateurs. We have so many fights, amateurs, professionals, and guys that are all the way on the top, you know. So
Right.
we got everything.
And Brito's son is selling tickets, and coach is selling tickets for guys that want to attend that show. It's at the what is that, Bremerton Fairgrounds on March 9th.
Yes.
So
I really would like to get a group of people to purchase tickets and go out to that show. I think it'd be really neat to have a good showing on that. If anybody wants to come out with us, you know what? Get a hold of me, get a hold of Len, somebody.
yeah, and if tickets are pretty easy to get, we can get them from Jose, or we can get them from Brito.
Actually, Britos, yeah, Britos. Me, I'm never really there. I'm trying my best to make it to a fight. I think I got that day open. Hopefully nothing comes up because I would definitely love to be there. Last week I was in Mexico, in Oaxaca, Mexico, fighting 2 of my guys there. And now, before that, I was in LA. Then before that, I was in LA too. Now I'm here in Miami. So I've
Busy
been
guy.
trying. Yeah, so thank God we're busy, you know, but thank God I have a good, solid team that helps me a lot. Without them, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you for
How
coming on
much
the
are
show.
tickets?
I think tickets.
Thank you. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. We're coming back soon, and we're gonna come strong and keep doing what we do, and keep supporting. You know, the kids the kids actually, and the adult in Seattle, Washington.
Right on. Well,
All right, guys.
tell the camp we said good luck with everything. We appreciate you, Jose, as always. If you ever need something, just reach out. We got your back, bro.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you for
Thanks so
coming on the
much.
show, Jose. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Tickets are, I think they're $40.
Tickets
30 or 40.
Not too bad.
Turtle says he's going to be there. Yeah, this is going to be a USA boxing event, so this is going to be all. Is it pro too, or is it just amateur? Len,
It's pro. There's
pro
a couple
too.
guys
Okay.
on the pro card. Now I was telling Crazy Legs too that at the event they opened up the event and have some kickboxing going on. So they're gonna have some kickboxing matches at that as well. I think they're gonna have maybe some Muay Thai. But they've opened the event up. They're trying to pack the house.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how does that?
I think our concession gear what's his Derek. I talked to him a little bit about getting out there and making a connection, and we're gonna try to hopefully help him out. Shout out to him.
Derek?
Yeah, Derek
Cavocado.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're gonna come out to that event. Anytime we start having events and when we got people like that, I'm always a big networker.
For sure.
Getting them connected with the fairgrounds. Maybe he can get a concession going at some point at the events that they're holding there. But just allowing him to have those avenues is pretty cool. So he'll be out too on March 9th.
Oh yeah. And what do you know if there's what are the requirements of getting on, say, for like if Crazy Legs wanted to do a kickboxing match for
right now I think what I did was and I don't know for sure, but I went on the Google site and I went and looked at the fairgrounds. I typed in the date and I seen that it's a public event. So I'm thinking that you could just maybe click the site and find the promoter and just say, hey man, I want to get in on this. I think it's probably just that simple.
Okay.
If not, though, I'll reach out. I'll find out from Brito tomorrow. I'll be at the gym a little early tomorrow, and I'll find out. I'll get some information.
I think it'd be fun to have one of our fighters, fighting on the event, also. So if maybe talk to Brito and we'll see what we can do, and maybe if somebody's interested, we can, get him a kickboxing match.
You know, I was actually talking about something, and I wanted to bring this up because this is to Viking Warrior, and I know you're my guy, and you've been a part of Peixoto. And guys, you guys don't know, I'm wearing Benavidez now, but as you can see, I'm a Peixoto guy. I'm to the heart. But I want to see you get back into training, bro. And we got something coming up in the works with Brito, and I'd like to see you on that card. We're going to be bringing in some guys from around the state or from around the country, different fighters, amateur fighters, the guys that are going pro. And I think you can get in there and you're going to do more than hold your own. So it's time. You're that guy, and I think you're ready for it. I think the opportunity is there. We just got to give it to you. And
Yes, sir.
that's what we'll work on.
Real quick, Cavocado Friday. If anybody's in the Bremerton area and wants to roll out to Cavocado, that's our food vendor that comes out to every single one of our events and provides yummy tacos for us all to eat. He does have his own restaurant place out in Bremerton. So we're going to go out there this Friday, make a showing. So if anybody wants to roll out.
Yeah. And before I forget, one more thing. Jose Benitas did a interview on February 27th for Fight News. So if you guys want to go, if you guys can tap into Fight News, the website, check it out. He did an interview, a live interview with them. And it's a pretty good interview.
Sorry, you just reminded me of something, Len. So I've recently linked up with somebody in the UK, and we've got kind of a sort of a like an agreement going on. And what they're going to do is they're going to basically feature a couple of our fighters in their magazine over in the UK. I think it's every 3 months, and they're going to let 2 of our fighters be in their magazine. So it'll be like I've already picked the first 2. It's going to be, I should say I picked the first one. It's Viking Warrior, and you'll just we'll write like a little bio about you, and you'll be featured in this magazine over there. You'll be able to download it for free online. Like if you wanted to get a physical copy, I think there's a way of getting it. I don't know, but yeah. So we'll do that. Plus, he has his own radio station, and he's going to advertise and talk about us. So he's going to kind of introduce us to this new audience over in the UK. So,
nice.
Yeah. And yep. Trying to create more opportunities and meet new people and everything, that's why I do stuff like go out to BKFC and all that. I'm trying to find new opportunities. I actually won't get into any more of that because we're going to have some guests on at a later date, and I want to talk more in detail about that when those guests are on. But I will share with you the Mr. Fitness calendar. So this is February. So if you want a Mr. Fitness calendar, I mean, you gotta go on our Facebook group, and you just gotta say, "Where's my Mr. Fitness calendar?" He'll probably show up at your door with one. So
right on.
Maybe in a G-string. And we were talking at the last event. We should do like a Crazy Legs Mr. Fitness collaboration and just make this epic calendar for the Scrapyard.
Yeah.
It's been spoken. No one wants it, Steve.
Somebody's got to
want it. No one wants it.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. We'll move on now to Viking. This is your segment now. Fight controversies and beefs. What do you got?
Honestly,
shit gets spicy, right?
Do we have any beef?
We actually had a beef, and I'll touch a little bit on it. Won't go into depth, but we had a beef, and it was so cool to see 2 dudes from the yard squash a beef that could have got pretty ugly, and it was a pretty serious issue. And these guys, they squashed it, they shook hands, hugged it out, and they didn't need to fight. So at the end of the day, they came to terms with like, hey, we don't need to fight each other. It's just so cool to see 2 guys show respect for one another and then also apologize as grown men. You know how hard sometimes it is to apologize when you're wrong. You always want to try to justify, especially fighters, right? It was good to see those guys put their differences aside and come to an understanding.
Fuck pants. Oh, my bad.
But we did have
We
one.
did. I want to say, you know, solving beefs, at least what I've dealt with, in my opinion, most beefs can be dealt with through communication rather than just getting in. You know, there's some things that fights just have to solve. There's some things that you just got to get out and fucking punch each other in the face. But there's other things where it's like you really need to talk about it, and fighting's not going to fix it. You know, fighting's going to say one person's right or one person's wrong when that's not where it needs to get solved. It needs to be mutual understanding. It needs to be apologizing. It needs to be forgiveness and that stuff. So, you know, I set that up as a potential matchup, but after thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I don't want this fight to happen, because with what was going on, it needed to be solved verbally. And then if those guys solve their beef verbally and they wanted to just fight because they trained and got ready for it, well, that's a different thing. But you know,
Right. Well, also too, if they didn't agree to put, you know, the gloves down, maybe they would have fought, and they would have just said,
they
"Hey,
had to, right?" Because
they would have had to.
it's either solve it here or solve it somewhere else. And we don't want people solving it somewhere else. We want people solving it where it's you know, a neutral ground. What's up, Turtle?
Took you long enough. Damn. Got that old man brain.
He's been on here. He switched accounts. Did you notice that?
He did.
All right. Well,
he was on Facebook.
Anything else?
Oh, you're right. You know, I didn't pay attention to the logo.
Or controversies. Anything
in
that
my opinion, when it comes to beef, my opinion when it comes to beef, I feel like honestly, like a lot of beef is caused because of, you know, jealousy or envy in some type of way, or some type of, you know, position that the other person wants, or you know how it works like that. And for my, like, I could talk about my situation. You know, the one and only real, like, little beef, little fight in the scrapyard was me and Scotty. You know, that was real shit. And you know, it's all love now. You know, I got nothing but love for Scotty. Whatever he doing, man, I got nothing but love for him. But when at first at the scrapyard, it was always real animosity. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay had love for him off rip, but I didn't have love for him because I felt like he didn't have love for us or for me. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he was better and or whatever. So I felt that off rip. So it was like every time we was around each other, it was just like, you know, we just didn't really want to be around each other. So, you know, one day it was just boiled over to where I was like, man, I gotta say something to this dude, man. I can't. I'm sick of hearing his voice, you know.
Right.
So it just went from there, and then we had to get it on, and after that, it was all love. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is when it comes to beef and shit. It's just one person feels some type of way, and the other person, you know, you just have to hold your own and not back down and do what you got to do, and then whatever happens at the end of it, that's what happens. But you always have to make sure that, you know, hold your own and try to be as peaceful as you can, but at the same time, don't be no bitch. You feel me?
But that was the MO of Team Peixoto in the beginning. Was we were known as we had the bad boys. We had the bad boys in the scrapyard, and it was worn on the shoulder. And you're right, Jay got him, had a thing for Scotty, and your beef with Scotty didn't just start and end. It actually escalated for a little while until you guys were like, all right, we're gonna make this happen because the shit.
That was definitely one that needed to be solved in a ring.
Yeah.
That beef, and we were talking earlier about which ones need to be and which ones don't need to be. That's a situation where it's like, yeah, get in there and fight.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Anybody's voice that irritates you, Crazy Legs?
What?
Anybody's voice that irritates you that
You already know who voice irritates me. I let it know. Like I made a post about it. I tell people about it. Like fuck, do I?
Who? I don't know.
Are we doing a
Who?
rematch? Are we doing a
You already
rematch?
know.
Who? I don't know.
Lights out. The fuck?
Oh, lights out.
Like he talks too goddamn much. Like no, like, shut the fuck up. It's too much. Like his voice is like he sounds like a nasal version of Chris Tucker.
Oh no.
Oh
Like,
man,
that's what he sounds like. It's
You're a
horrible.
fool.
He's always giving like the worst fucking advice during fucking fights. He's always talking, saying,
Yeah.
fucking
Hey,
one, two,
come
one,
on.
two. You came in fucking punch 1-2s. Like,
One,
shut up.
two, 1, 2.
Like, shut up. Like, shut up.
his heart's in the right spot though. It really is. He's
It is.
It's in the right spot,
Yeah.
but like it's bad advice. Like at this point, just stop talking. Then he like fucking jumps in as a corner when no one asked to jump in. Like stay in their lane, fam.
He has a
But, like,
different
I get
energy.
it's
That's
fun
for
love.
sure.
Like he's trying to help out.
Oh.
Too much. Like every single fight, you hear his voice. Every fucking single fight. Like shut up.
what do you guys think about one-sided beefs where you got no issue with somebody or knowledge that
They got an
even have a
issue with
beef
you.
with you, and then all of a sudden it's like you're recognizing that this person just despises you for no reason, and you're just like, yeah, whatever. But like, how do you guys handle something like that?
Or what now?
If somebody just like one-sided beef where you don't got an issue with somebody, and then they're just like, you kind of find out that they have an issue with you.
They have beef with me. If I have time, like I can make some time.
But
That's just me.
is it worth even entertaining it if you had no issue, if you were just
If I
like
got the time.
You know, I feel like it is because I kind of I have that some borderline kind of like street mentality where it's like if you're talking mess and you're spreading things, I'm not going to let you just continue to do that. So I'm going to have to confront you and I'm going to have to say something. Now, I don't fight in the yard, but if somebody was to, if I'm out here in this, right, and I got my family or anything's happening, you want to talk crap, it's time to confront you and we can throw down. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like people should get away with that. I feel like they should be confronted.
I mean, the thing is though, when you got like a one-sided beef where you got no issues with the other person, and then because
it creates an issue though. It creates an issue.
It does, because if I create a beef, say I start beefing with Soul, who's 110 pounds, like where do we go there? Because I'm starting something with this. I'm using this hypothetically, by the way. I think Soul's awesome. Like I could start something with that guy, knowing that's almost like bully mentality, where it's like you're gonna pick on people. And I've seen it even in our group chat where somebody will come after somebody that's like 3 weight classes or 5 weight classes below them. It's like, what are you supposed to do with that? You're not gonna fight that person.
You just gotta get part of it. You gotta join a team. You gotta figure out, hey man, my big bro over here is gonna get in the ring with you, bro. Because he's not gonna let that happen, That's what I think.
Yeah.
Because if you're 200 pounds and I ain't got the boxing skills, but you're talking crap and I'm a little guy, I'm getting Viking Warrior. I'm about to be like, Viking, man, tap this dude in for me, bro, because he's over here wolfing and I'm too small. Right? So I'm gonna talk to somebody I think that might be able to match him up.
I think with the dynamic of our group and the way that we kind of treat each other, that we don't really have a lot of those issues. Like, it's supposed to be mutual respect. It's not supposed to get to that point. We try to snip that stuff before it happens.
I think as Washington people in general, like we're nice people. We usually don't have beef like that unless it's like
Washington,
break it. Gotta pop it out.
Dude, I don't know, crazy. Like,
don't break it.
I've been to some, like, you go to like Virginia or even more south, like Florida and stuff, and
like outside state, but just like Washington, keeping like it's statewide. Like Washington people, Washingtonians are known for being like, we may be like having beef with people, but like unless it's something serious, like it's not addressed.
Don't play with.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people in other states over like South and whatever, they're more hospitable. They're they're friendlier, but you know, I haven't started no beefs with them, so I don't know how they react to that. But yeah, Washington's, I don't know, man. It's definitely different. Maybe it's because we don't get enough sunlight up here. I don't know.
But for sure, like, just to answer your question, one-sided beef, like, for me, like, I just enjoy fighting. Like, I don't fight to get that anger out or whatever most people do. Like, I fight just because, like, it makes me smile. So, like, if someone's, like, openly, like, trying to interpretation to, like, bring something, bring me joy, like, why would I turn that down unless I don't have time? Then I mean, something else.
But it gets to a point where it's like you got, you know, say somebody starts picking on you that's, you know, like 280 pounds, it's really experienced. It's like at that point,
then you find different ways to hurt them. You don't have to openly fight them. Like if you're on the street, let's you're in a cage, like, yeah, you have to fight in a cage. But if it's real life, you don't gotta openly fight them. Like find different ways to fucking hurt them. But that's just me. Like that's I will like.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm
like
with you.
Cyber attack or
different tactics. You know,
cyber attack.
Tactics doesn't always have to be open.
Okay. You know, when I was growing up, I was kind of a knucklehead, and I used to do some dumb stuff, right? But I was the guy that if you said something foul to me or you wanted to beef with me, I would beef with somebody you liked or somebody you love.
Yep. Go fuck his mom.
Go beat your best friend.
He said, "Go fuck his mom."
I was saying, bro, I'm gonna beat your best friend up. I'm gonna beat your brother up. No, you gonna wish you ain't never did that to me.
I guess growing up, you know, you just know you got to own up to your words. When I was younger, you know, like you don't go and try to start something with somebody bigger because then you got to like handle that, you know. So there's like a respect level, you know.
You know what, too, though, for me though, honestly, for now, if I had that type of situation, I'm not a very confrontational person now. And being that I do Bible thump and I'll go there with my religion, I'm restricted to certain things, but I'm gonna whip you with the word. I'm gonna whip you. I'm gonna make you feel bad, real bad. So it's the same the gift I got with the hustle game. I'm trying to sell hats or I'm trying to sell clothes. I'm gonna whip you with the gab, bro. I'm gonna let you know that, you know, you're out of place and God don't like ugly.
Yeah. Yep.
With the Bible.
No.
Yeah, I'm going with crazy, man. I'm trying to fuck somebody girl, man. When I was on the Zit house, because I knew motherfuckers trying to fuck my girl, so like shit. Whoever hit first, like it's fair play, motherfucker.
I guess I'm stooping to like stealing someone's cat level, so
right. All right, well, I don't know
piss me off, or you'll see me on the next episode of Scrap Talk with your cat right here, just being like,
yep. Gotta bring your cat. So swords are cats.
Really quick, we're gonna tap into guns down, gloves up. So we're gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about dealing with this issue that we've been dealing with for a couple years, and I think the importance of it was it hit home with us all. I think all four of us, because Jay Gotham was such a dude to us, and Viking's best friend took me in, man, and welcomed me like I was his family, and called me big bro. And I was far from big bro. He's the big bro, right? But anyway, tapping into the thing that we all are challenged with different times, which is the mental health issue, right? We wanted to, I think it was important to kind of cover that a little bit and say that with all of us out here in this fight community, there is always someone to talk to. You're never alone. And so it's important for all of us to know that and to let people know that whether you're a fighter or not a fighter, talk to someone, let someone know that you're dealing with the struggle. And it could go a long way. So I think it's very important. And for all of the guys that are people that are out there listening, we're here. Scrap Talk every 2 weeks. You could tap into Scrap Talk. You could tap into 15 Minutes with Chicken. There's so many ways to tap in with us. Social media, group chats, whatever it is. But again, man, that piece is such a hard piece for us, and it hits home hard, I think, for a lot of us. But you know, again, mental health is something not to play with. Times are not getting, you know, any better. You know, at any moment you could be affected by things that are going on in your life, whether that be relationships, finances, you know, just the hardships of what goes on in life, your community. So tap in, talk to someone, and if not, read some books, because there's a lot of literature out there that I think allows us to deal with the suffering within.
Yeah, you know, like I try to do my opening statements and stuff when we have our events, but sometimes it doesn't translate. You know, it doesn't get out to the people. You know, I don't address it enough, like on podcasts and everything. But you're 100% right, man. Like, you know, Street Beefs as a whole, as a community, whatever branch you're in, the Scrapyard, you know, there's a number of people out there that are going through stuff, and they just need people to talk to. And I mean, just open up a little bit and meet some people and make some friends. And you know, you got a lot of people that you can talk to. You're never alone, and that's why we provide this. That's one of the reasons why we provide this community for everybody, is so that you can link up, you can make friends, you have people to talk to, so you don't got to go through shit alone.
Yeah. Turtle just tapped in and said he actually called you the other day.
Yes.
So
yes,
good.
Very
good.
important. I'm not gonna never answer any of your guys' phone calls. I see anybody calling, I'm gonna answer it, and I'll talk. I'm here for you guys. So
we appreciate that.
You guys are more than just fighters. You're friends. And I'm here for you guys too.
All right. Well, that was all I had on the Guns Down, Gloves Up. We'll get into more of it in our next podcast. But the couple last things we got is we have our Q&A and then our closing. So how thinking you got questions and answers?
Questions.
I don't know. Did anybody come up with any questions? I think it's been a conversation the whole time.
I think it's more or less for our viewers, right? Do our viewers have any
right?
Questions?
I don't see any in particular, but if anybody's got a quick question they want to post up on the screen for any of us, this is the time to ask.
Don't call me out, Turtle. What the fuck?
Crazy Legs is a sexy samurai. Well, things are getting
call
weird.
Me out. God damn.
Oh geez. So are you gonna wear something different every Scrap Talk episode?
We'll see. This outfit just came to me, you know. I was washing dishes. I was like, you know, I got this. I got
talking to me.
There was gonna be a hat, but like the hat didn't like meet the cut. So this is what
I'll answer this really quick. It's a glove weight controversy. There isn't really a controversy to it. Basically, here's how it works at the Scrapyard. I'm not speaking for anybody else.
Razor's stupid. Razor's stupid as fuck. I'll call it out. How do you see a fucking glove that says 10 ounce? Put it on your home scale. It's like, oh, this is 12 ounces. This is good enough. Like it says 10 ounces for a reason. Like, don't fucking bring 10 ounces. Say, oh, this is 12 ounces, you guys, because I weighed it myself. Like the fuck. Like if it says 10 ounces, it's 10 ounces for a reason. Like brings me out.
Right, you talked about it. Crazy Legs versus Battle.
That question.
We talked about it.
Answer that question. Will we ever see Crazy Legs versus Battleborn 2?
Maybe if it's up here.
Like
it's gotta happen here.
Yeah. Hey, Diesel, we gotta get Battleborn to come up here to the Scrapyard, bro.
Hey, you know what?
Let them know.
Crazy Legs is officially West Coast, so I don't know.
Yeah, hey. It's up to Crazy then. Crazy. You going to the West or you gonna stay out here?
I don't know. Like that's undetermined. They trying hard.
Man, I think you gotta fight him on your turf, bro.
God damn it. I'm a double agent right now.
I definitely want to see that fight again. I was watching that fight against you and Free Smoke, man. That was such a good fight.
Yeah,
that really was a good fight.
I'll be down to fight Battleborn again. I heard he's been training a lot. Like I've been training a lot too, so like it'd be a decent fight. See how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah,
that sounds like an invitation.
But there was another guy that they said they were interested in having me fight in the West Coast called like Maximum or some bullshit. Like it looked like shit, but like That's just me.
We're interested in having you fight at the Scrapyard eventually too, Crazy Legs.
I'm always fighting Scrapyard, Steve. I fought like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago.
I have a short memory.
Yeah.
Ryu's asking Viking Warrior, what's up with your pro debut?
Yeah, I'm getting to it, man. It's gonna be around the summertime. We're working on it.
What type of what are you trying to go pro? And you trying to go bare knuckle? Are you
I
trying
want
to
to
go...
start with bare knuckle, you know,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go right into boxing.
Okay.
But, you know, I need to get something. I need to get something to get me motivated, to get me started. Once I get it rocking, it's good. It's, you know, it's
Let's
a never ending, you know, train after that.
You know what? Let's maybe talk to my boy Derek Gates, the BKFC fighter. He does know a lot of people. You know, I met some people down in Florida. Maybe we can work on that. I don't want to get into it too much because I want to say that for another episode, but we did just recently have one of our fighters get signed with BKFC, and they will be fighting in April, I believe, on BKFC. So they know who we are. They've seen our fights. They're aware of us. You know, anything can happen. I'll just keep it at
So
that.
we got a couple questions, Steve.
Oh, what's up?
We got a couple questions since we're doing a Q&A. Should the best.
Will Lynn ever fight in the yard?
Ooh.
Would Lynn ever fight in the yard? Yes.
When is that?
He's tried to fight.
The fan wants to know. The fan.
Okay, so the last couple times that I tried to fight in the yard, I got ready, I got warmed up, I got going, and then dudes want to like go cut out to the parking lot or something, and then it got me waiting around, and I didn't like that. You know, I'm a very kind of, I don't know, I think I'm one of those guys that I'm structured, and I don't like lack of discipline. So if somebody's gonna fight me and they're saying they're gonna fight, they should be ready and they should just let's go. But to go and hang out and to cut out and we gotta call your name and we gotta find you and all that's too much.
We're not.
But yeah, no, I do plan on it. Right, I'm a little out of shape right now, and I got some surgeries coming up. I got to get my septum straightened out. But other than that, I'm gonna be good. I think I'm trying to do maybe our anniversary.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Summertime.
We're not trading anybody for Solo. You guys get off that shit.
You said what?
Oh, they're asking if they can trade somebody for Solo, and I said no.
So there's another question that Ryu sent and posted out. Is Viking ever going to have a pro debut?
Yeah, he said this summer.
We just talked about that. He said summertime maybe.
This summer, yeah.
Summertime.
See,
summertime.
Turtle just said it too.
Oh.
What if we give you shit? We don't want shit to call me.
Wasn't that part of the like the last podcast we were watching?
What's that?
Kinagami trades.
No, they're trying to get rid of him. We don't want him. I think we've all agreed. Well, I'm not gonna get into it.
We already know. You already know, Ryu. You already know.
We traded one of the hosts from last season to back to the West Coast, though.
Look at this shit. It's a goddamn pipe.
All right. What about closing? Are we good? Everybody's good. Let's see. Gabe defected. I don't know what that means. Are you guys good? We got anything else to cover?
Let me see here. You guys got any shout outs?
Yeah, let me do a shout out. Shout out to my beautiful wife. I love you so much. You're very helpful for everything. You're pregnant with our 7th child. Well, you know, 3rd with you, but you know, 7th because me, I got 7. Yeah, appreciate you, babe. And yeah,
be right behind you.
Shout out. Love me while I'm here. Check out their gear. Check out Ace Force One Fitness. It's in Oregon. If you're out in Oregon, check it out. And yeah, that's all I got. Shout out my kids. Shout out Jay Gotham. Love y'all.
Crazy Legs. I'm
Um,
just reading the comments. Sorry, man.
yeah, dude. That's funny.
What's the
I
comment
guess
say?
I'll give a shout out.
Turtle
Just
and
a small
Ryu,
short
man.
shout out. I know. I mean, Scorpio's the original trader. I'm still keeping like borderline, you know. I'm still Scrapyard, but West Coast they're looking tempting. It's like that. You're in a relationship, but it's like you see that one bitch in the corner. It's just like, damn, she's hot. But it's like, damn, I'm trying to stay committed. But anyways, yeah, shout out to on my team, Karma. I was originally part of Team Bang Muay Thai, but switched to Team Karma. So shout out to that tape. Shout out to that, and hope for the best. And you guys will see more to that because I'm working on interviewing one of my coaches and get more information on future events and see on what the future holds for me.
Nice.
You looking to do some more amateur stuff? Like
Yeah,
soon?
of course. Like I had like 2 amateur fights like lined up for like this month and next month, but like I'm trying to recover from my back. So I'm just now
right.
just now being able to like actually like going back to training. So let's go from there. Like it was shit because I had like a fight lined up last month. I was set for it, but like my back was just like no.
Right. That's actually what you were saying about the event last weekend too. We wanted you to get in there with Viking, and you're saying, "Nah, my back." And believe me, dude, I know I'm old, but I've had my back issues in the past. I can relate. So
yeah, like it got so bad at like point where, like my whole right leg was just like it was just numb. It felt like I was crippled just about.
That's
like
not normal. I get that.
It's not like they said like my coaches said like I pinched some type of nerve or some shit in my
back.
Yeah, sciatic or some
shit. Right,
yeah.
sciatic or something.
Yeah. Like it was just like it was horrible. Like I was crying for a whole month. Like I'm good now. Like it still hurts a little bit, but like I can train. So that's good.
Mr. LB3.
Oh man, let's see. Well, I got a shout out first and foremost. My wife, Dominique, she's by my corner in all of my ventures. She probably gets a little burnt out on all the things I do, but she supports me overall, and that means a lot to me. So I love my wife and appreciate her for supporting me. My children, my daughters are great. They keep me busy. They stay active in athletics. My daughter plays basketball. My other daughter runs track. So keep me busy there. Shout out to, of course, Peixoto Clothing Company right here. If you get merch, at PeixotoClothingCompany.com. Find them on Instagram and YouTube. Shout out to Benavidez Boxing. Appreciate you guys for letting us be a part of the family. Yeah, and then one more right here. Got to shout out my Cleveland Eagles. You guys don't know I'm a football coach, track coach. Cleveland Eagles football, high school football. Those are my boys. Appreciate that. I love coaching them, but yeah, shout out to them. And then above all, shout out to the Lord, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and my church, Trinity Faith Temple.
All right. Thank you, Len. I'll do my shout outs. First off, I gotta give a big shout out to my other half, my Mandy Bear, the one that puts up with all my shit, that supports me with everything. Couldn't do this without her. And I don't say it enough, and I really should. So 100% just does a lot for the Scrapyard that a lot of people don't even know. I want to give a shout out to all of you watching, whether you're fighters, whether you're fans, just having you in the conversation and talking and interested in what we do in this community. It means a lot to me. Shout out to our staff, everybody that comes out every month, helps out with whatever, whether it's parking, whether it's weighing fighters, whether it's doing waivers, whatever. Appreciate all of you. Timekeeping, appreciate all of you. And I want to shout out the sponsors. First off, I want to give one to our Cavocado. He's our food vendor, big good friend of mine. Used to work with him. Comes out and does all the food at our events. So shout out to Derek. Shout out to Peixoto. Shout out to HKA USA that provides us with gloves. Outlaw Flag, the Benavidez Gym, Jose Senior out there. And also quick shout out to Dizo for helping us out with the show tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Diesel. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for real. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the whole West Coast shit. You know, I got nothing but love for all y'all.
Yeah.
Yabba dabba.
All right, guys. Hey, I
Love
think
y'all
that's
too.
good.
And shout out
Happy to be here.
Daniel too.
Shout out these out.
Shout out Daniel.
Shout out Daniel,
Subscribe.
yeah.
Shout out
If you ain't
Daniel.
hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, that like button, all that.
Hell yeah.
He's right here.
It's always good to be on the podcast with y'all fellas.
Thanks for coming on, man.
So love.
I got out.
Until next time, brothers.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we're doing them every other week. We're gonna line up. We're gonna line up another big guest for you guys and have a lot more shit to talk about. So,
All right.
great.
All the stuff.
Appreciate
know
y'all
how to-
for tuning in,
Oh,
man.
also,
Got
too,
nothing
we
but
were
love for y'all.
Guys, we were supposed to have interviews that I did, so we'll use those next couple weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't even looked at them yet.
You were supposed to select two interviews.
I haven't looked at them yet. That's my
I'm
bad.
gonna select a goddamn interview. There's gonna be a slot for me, damn it.
For real. Shout
At
out
least the
avocado.
interview-
Oh,
at least-
avocado.
I'll get you guys at the next event.
Avocado.
Avocados.
At least the interview with all
Avocado.
4 of us. That one's at least got to be on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 4
okay.
of us.
For sure.
The 4 of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be here.
All right. I don't know how to conclude this, so
My
I'm
boy,
just gonna
look
let
at-
Cut it out, Diesel. Cut that shit out.
pull the plug, Dizo.